G'day and welcome to another video on my channel. A little while ago I did a video about the ERMA EG71 lever action carbine. I talked about the history of it, quite an interesting history, and also right up to the present day and the way that design is now used by Henry in their Henry H001 and other model 22 lever action rifles. Now at the time I did talk about some of the differences or the changes in the mechanical design of the ERMA over the years, and then the way that was adapted into the Henry rifle, and so the difference between the modern Henry and the old ERMAs. But I didn't actually have a Henry rifle to show you at the time. Recently I was at the range and one of my shooting companions actually bought his Henry rifle, so I grabbed it. I had my ERMA there as well, and I just did a little video about just showing the differences between the two. So if you didn't see my original video on the ERMA EG71, it might be worth watching that first to get some context. I'll just put a link to it up in the corner here, so you can maybe watch that first and then come back and watch this video, and so you'll see the differences between the two rifle designs.
So let's have a look at both these rifles and compare the differences. So if we start at the back, this one's got an aluminium butt plate, this one's plastic, this one's beechwood, this one's looks like walnut with some sort of smooth spray on finish. Now on the Henry, we've got the serial number is on the tang, which is part of the main receiver. We've got larger screws here. We'll have a look at the action in a second. Coming back, on the top we've got a 3/8 inch dovetail, and there's no markings on the receiver cover at all. We've got 22 caliber 22 short long rifle, so that's a major difference, so it feeds shorts and longs. I think this seems to be, we were looking at this and trying to work out whether it was plastic or alloy. I think it's actually alloy. However, I think this one here is actually plastic. Now if we have a look at the ERMA, on the top, this is one major difference. We've got a wider dovetail. We've got some sort of metric European dovetail on there, and we've got an alloy band, and sight there. Now let's have a look at the action. Let's have a look at the ERMA first, actually. Now if you watch, I'm trying to do this one-handed, as the bolt comes back, you'll see you've got a whole block comes up, just like a Winchester 73, comes straight up and holding the cartridge ready for the bolt to push into the chamber. If we have a look at the Henry, however, see there's already a big block there that's not movable. That big block that's in there is not movable. The bolt just rides over the top of it, and you can't really see actually, but there's actually an arm that pushes the cartridge up. It's actually out of view there, so you don't actually see anything move in there. So that's really the major mechanical difference between these two rifles. But as I said in my earlier ERMA video, the later ERMAs, the model EG712s, actually had this system. So this is actually just a reproduction of the ERMA 712. And then if we just, the only other thing to look at really is the markings. Let's go around. This one's a bit rusty and hard to read, but actually there is nothing on the barrel on this one. It's because all of the markings are on the on the receiver cover, whereas on the Henry you got Henry Repeating Arms Company, made in USA. Whereas on the ERMA you've got ERMA work, model EG71, caliber 22 long rifle. Notice it's long rifle only, no short or long because the action won't handle those. Got the serial number and made in West Germany.
So there you go, that shows you the difference between the two rifle designs. So I hope you found that interesting. And until next time, thanks for watching.